Hey guys, I'm back. This time we're playing Final Fantasy VIII, my first Final Fantasy that I ever played. Now, first things first is dialogue. We're gonna be seeing a lot of it. Now, some of it I will just talk over. For instance, at the beginning of this game right now. I will just name ourselves Squall. It's not that I'm ignoring the story, it's just that, you know, it would be stupid to ignore the story. But you guys can read, right? I'll let you guys read for yourselves while I talk for a bit, because that's what I like to do. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this, right? The first episode, and probably the second one, is gonna be me explaining stuff. A lot of stuff. Now, we're here with Dr. Kawasaki. I always call her Dr. Kawasaki. It's Dr. Kadawaki. And she'll introduce us to our character, which is Squall, who's laying there on the bed. And our instructor, Quistis Trep, something like that. And this mysterious woman who we do not know. Now, this story is fairly basic in the beginning and it's very easy to follow, so, you know, if you're missing some dialogue, it's not bad. Honestly, it's very, very simple in the beginning. And this is our lovely instructor, Quistis, who is a real beauty, by the way, so not so much in the in-game sense, but in the cutscene sense, she's pretty. She's very pretty. Field exam. Now, the next order of business is my absence. I'm not gonna say too much about it. I know I've been gone for a bit, but you have to know that I'm absolutely sorry about it. I was away for more than a month, and it's not fun for anyone. If you want more info, check out my blog. There is an explanation there. It's not a good explanation, but it's an explanation nonetheless. You know. So why did I choose Final Fantasy to play? And by extension, why did I choose Final Fantasy VIII? Because we still have Final Fantasy VII available. There's also other Final Fantasies. Not on a computer, I think. I don't know. There's only the online ones, right? On a computer? Not too sure. Kind of stopped paying attention to Final Fantasy after 13, which I got on the Xbox. Yeah. But I saw Final Fantasy VIII pop up on Steam. I was super excited for it. Like I said, I played this when I was a kid. And actually, I watched my brothers play it mostly. I didn't really get most of it. It really was a game that brought me and my brothers together. Because my brother loved playing it, and I loved watching it. But I was kind of terrible at playing it myself, because I was like 10 or 11 at the time. And with my limited knowledge of English, and with the complex, you know, storyline, and with the complex game mechanics, it's very difficult to understand. Or maybe I was just stupid, I don't really know. But when it popped up on Steam, I wanted to see if it's the game that I remember. And it is. It really, really is. And more, actually. Now, before we go talk to Quistis, I want to see if I can get back on this seat thingy here. Let's turn on the power, and this is actually a tutorial. Now, we want to do this so we get our GFs. I'll explain what GFs are in a bit. For now, just know that we get them. Namely, Quetzalcoatl and Shiva. Yes, the tutorial can be accessed at any time. But we'll not do it now, and we'll just go talk to Instructor Quistis, or Treppy. Let's just call her Quistis, it's much easier for me that way. But yeah, so the game, it definitely is more than I expected it to be, really. The battle system in this game is really amazing, actually. It's not so much about the levels. It's definitely not about the levels. There's even challenges which you can do for very low levels. And they're, you know, doable, actually, I think. I'll explain the battle system a bit later as well. For now, we'll just focus on the storyline for a bit. If you're wondering why I said whoop there, it's because I bumped my controller into the table. We'll get knocked over here. Ask her if she's alright, even though she ran into us. Yeah, apparently. I did come from that class. Now, what we need to do, in case you didn't follow the story this much, you know, the dialogue up until now, we have a date with our instructor, Quistis. Yes. Well, not so much a date as in, I don't have the time to lead you around, sorry. I'll do it myself. Sorry, I was kind of rudely interrupted there by this girl. But yes, so we need to go to the fire cavern. There's still something we need to do for our seed exam. Seed is like this militaristic type organization, which is used by Balam Garden. That's this place, by the way. This is Balam Garden. Man, I need to explain so much stuff. It's unbelievable. So, where was I? Yes, we were going to the fire cavern. And that guy there just gave us some trading cards. Oh, trading cards. Some cards. There is a card game in this game. And it's really good. Now, I'll just save over this one. It's basically me trying to see if everything works. So, don't worry about that. Yes, the card game. I didn't really play it much when I was a kid. Actually, I didn't play it at all because I didn't understand it. I'm gonna try to get into it this time though. There's some really good rewards that you can get from it. But I think we're due for an explanation. So, sit back and enjoy the long explanation, because it is. I'm trying to teach you guys some stuff here about Final Fantasy VIII. So, GFs, what are they? They are guardian forces. They are the summoned beasts that you have in this game. What's different about them is you can actually give them abilities. Let's teach them cards. Now you see these are command abilities. These are the things that you can actually use in battle, obviously. So, you can also see that they have a level and HP. It's not that important. When they level up, they don't really do anything. I don't actually know if they gain anything from leveling up. Oh, the only thing they gain is HP, actually. Now, you'll see in a bit how you summon them. It is fairly interesting. It's kind of like the summon system in Final Fantasy X. Kind of. But, yeah. So, what do you do with these GFs? You need to junction them to characters. Now, according to the game, long-term junctioning of a GF causes memory loss. I'm not sure if it has actual drawbacks to your character. I don't think so. But that's the in-game stuff, and you know, in-game critics really don't want you to use GFs. Our garden, Balam Garden here, is the only one that actually uses it, apparently. Now, I'll probably explain more about stuff as we go along. For instance, this is a draw point, which makes me get magic. What do you mean, get magic, you might ask? Well, in this game, you don't learn magic, you get magic from enemies, and from such draw points. Now here, Quistis will explain the junctioning system to us, which I just did. So I'm not gonna do it again. It just basically says, you know, you can use GFs to get more commands during battle. Alright. Now we need to go to the fire cavern. And we have Quistis with us. Welcome to the world map, where we can run around. If you walk on the road, you don't get any enemies, but that's kind of boring. So let's get into a fight, shall we? We love fighting. Let's go to the walk through the water a bit. So why do you fight? Because levels are not important in this game. Oh, I forgot the junction stuff to Questus. That's not very good. See, now I can draw magic. Now, I don't know what any of these are, so we'll just stock them and see. Questus, on the other hand, can only attack because she doesn't have a GF junctioned, which is not good, obviously. Now, I could draw more magic, but it's basically the same thing. You can stock magic, which is just getting it into your inventory, basically, your magic inventory, or you can cast it. Casting magic is always slightly weaker. I will show you guys Quasicodal. This is how you summon them. You just select them, and there's a little timer now. It says Quasicodal and the amount of HP that he has. If that HP reaches 0, Quasicodal is KO'd. He's not dead, he's just KO'd. And you cannot use him until he's revived again. But if it has HP, you can use it, no problem. Now just enjoy the beauty that is Quasicodal. If you've played previous Final Fantasy games and Final Fantasy IX, I think it is, the Thunder Summon there is Ramu, or I don't know how you pronounce it. And it's basically this old guy with thunder stick. This is actually one of the first games, I think, that doesn't use him, which is kind of interesting. Now, when Squall attacks, I don't know if you noticed this, but his weapon is a blade with a gun attached to it. If I press the right trigger, it will do extra damage. It will always do a critical hit. Always. So that's kind of useful. It's very easy to do. So you see, you get experience, you get some items, and you get some HP. HP. AP is used for your GFs. See now, well, Shiva didn't get anything because she wasn't junctioned, which is kind of stupid. I should have junctioned her. But Quasicodal has, you see there at the bottom left, it's learning card, 6 to 40 now. So when he gets to 40 AP, she will learn, or she, I don't know if Quasicodal is a she or he. Shiva, I'm pretty sure, is a she, seeing as she has boobs. People who have boobs are usually girls, right? Not talking about fat people. Okay, I'll stop about that. Now, I am going to get some more AP, get some more abilities in my GFs, and I will meet you guys at the Fire Cavern, alright? See you next time.